Hey everyone, this is Jersey John Persons, and you're tuned into the tropical vibes of Buffett on the Radio.
When I grew up in Texas, the only paradise I ever saw were the ones that my buddies used to roll against the wall. Never saw that ocean, even though we had lots of sand. The sample waves of grain, I guess it ain't the same. Heard about Galveston, the Gulf of Mexico, but the only beach I ever got to know was Buffett on the radio. Didn't take no vacation, never had any love. Left arm always had a tan, driving that old pickup truck. Never saw a palm tree swaying, or heard a steel drum playing. Beach is where I wanted to go when I heard Buffett on the radio. All those years of Buffett ringing in my ears, headed for the coast to the Gulf of Mexico. Haven't been back, paradise is now my home. I'm still listening to Buffett on the radio. Now I'm grown up in Texas, paradise is all I see. I miss my old buddies, but I love my new family. I've seen the ocean, seen a beach with the whitest sand. Came back to my amber waves of grain, think I finally understand. And I've been to Galveston, to the Gulf of Mexico, but I still love that beach that I got to know when I heard Buffett on the radio. Yeah, I still love that beach that I got to know when I heard Buffett on the radio. On that radio.
Welcome to Buffett on the Radio. I'm your host, Jersey John Persons. Dive into the world of Jimmy Buffett with us each week, where we explore tunes not by Jimmy, but about him, inspired by him, or even penned by the man himself and performed by other artists. Welcome, listeners, to another episode of Buffett on the Radio. Get ready for a special treat as we kick off a new segment, Artist Interviews. Join me as I delve into the world of music with the talented singer-songwriter Don Middlebrook. Stay tuned for exclusive insights and behind-the-scenes stories.
Hey everybody, this is Don Middlebrook. Thanks for taking in my music and listening to Buffett on the Radio with Jersey John Persons. You're getting it all right here on Radio A1A.
Hi Don, welcome to Buffett on the Radio. You have the honor of being our first artist interview. Since the show only runs 30 minutes, let's get right to it. How has Jimmy Buffett influenced your music and career?
I was playing in Saugatuck, Michigan at the Butler Deck. I know I was doing some James Taylor probably Simon & Garfunkel and a couple originals. This guy named Barry Cutler came up to me that I remember his name so well because I only met him twice. And Barry said, "You know any Jimmy Buffett?" I go, "I do Margaritaville." He goes, "Well, I'm going to tell you something. The internet's coming along, and these parrot heads will be connected for life. And it would be really, be special if you would look into this because it might really help your career." So I always listen to what people tell me. I'm like a sponge. I take advice as readily as I can. I went out and got 3 Buffett CDs, Fruitcakes being my favorite. I added about 20 songs to Buffett into my repertoire. And then it took me about 10 or 15 years to find Barry Cutler retired up in northern Michigan. And he wasn't doing well in health. And I got a chance to knock on his door and thank him personally for that one piece of advice that really changed my whole career, my whole life, and brought trop rock into the North, at least. So it was Barry Cutler.
You were widely regarded as one of the founding fathers of trop rock. What led you to choose this genre in your musical career?
I got a call from Scott Nickerson, and he said, "We want you to come to New Orleans. We're doing this thing called trop rock." I get to New Orleans, and I got Jerry Diaz, Sonny Jim, Nickerson, and myself, 4 of us. And I cannot understand what Jerry's saying with his Texas accent. I cannot understand Scott Nickerson with his Georgia accent. And I'm not sure exactly what I'm doing there, except I'm from Michigan, traveling in the Midwest, doing a bunch of Buffett covers and my own stuff, which is all very trop rock Caribbean. And Scott goes, "Well, it's real simple." He goes, "I'll take the East Coast and the South. Jerry, you take Texas all the way to California. And Middlebrook, you got the North and everything else. We're going to do trop rock." And I went, "Everything else?" He goes, "When I hang north of Tennessee, you got from coast to coast." I go, "What am I going to do?" And he goes, we're going to go out there and play trop rock, and we're going to take it into a genre. We're going to make it something." And that's how I remember it. And that was probably the 3rd Meeting of the Minds in New Orleans. So that was 35 years ago, 30 years ago at least.
Every year I watch summer come and go, gone in a flash, like chasing a rainbow. Beaches close, kids go back to school. Boats are put away, and the days end way too soon. Summer's gone as quick as it began. It feels like sand slipping right through my hands. I have found a secret to turn back the hands of time. Second summer, the meeting of the minds. In the second summer, I party with all my friends. The second summer, take the road right to the end. It's a party with a purpose, changing the world one drink at a time. A second summer, the meeting of the minds. Sometimes Jimmy shows up, he's still the man. And there's a good chance you'll meet the Coral Reefer Band. It's trop rock music, it's a party in the streets. Last year they even brought us Toby Keith, he liked all the bars. In the second summer, I party with all my friends. The second summer, take the road right to the end. It's a party with a purpose, changing the world one drink at a time. Second summer, the meeting of the minds. Here's a short verse before we do another chorus. A toast to DJ Jeff, Hugo Warte, Jim Morris. In a second summer, I party with all my friends. A second summer, where the friendship never ends. It's a party with a purpose, changing the world one drink at a time. Second summer, a meeting of the minds. And here's a toast to all first responders and linemen. You're the best. Thanks for all you do for the Gulf, Florida, the Keys, and Key West. In the second summer, I party with all my friends. The second summer, take the road right to the end. It's a party with a purpose, changing the world one drink at a time. Second summer, a second summer, a second summer, the meeting of the minds. For 25 years, we've been riding this parrot head boat. She may be rickety, but she still floats.
We just heard Second Summer from Don's 2017 EP, The Mexico Road Trip. Now let's return to our conversation with Don. Do you have any memorable anecdotes or experiences from your interactions with Jimmy Buffett that have left a lasting impression on you? We'd love to hear a personal story that highlights the essence of those moments.
One time I was in Key West and he was playing very impromptu. I was about 30 feet away and I was trying to figure out in my mind why he ever did one of the songs, a couple songs he did. I was kind of shocked, and he'd said, "Hey, Good Looking" was one of his songs he did. He recut, "Hey, Good Looking." And I thought to myself, gosh, I don't know why he would do that. He's a better writer. It doesn't present itself to be a very interesting song to me. And I was in the crowd, and there wasn't a lot of people there, and he said, "Some of you may wonder why I do what I do." And I raised my hand. And he goes, "Some of you may know what it's like to go to a house concert," and I raised my hand. And he goes, "And some of you may do cover songs at your house concerts of other artists, like even me," and I raised my hand. And he says, "Well, the reason I did Hey Good Looking," and I swear to God it went that quick, is because back in the day when I had a guitar and a bike in Key West, I was doing a private house concert for Tennessee Williams. And one of his favorite songs was Hey Good Looking. So I got on my bike, and I'd learned the song. I covered it for him, got on my bike, grabbed my guitar, and went down to my house concert or private event to do the request of the venue purchaser. And I just looked at myself and said, "Self, there's always a reason why Jimmy does what he does." And I was so pleased now to finally get the answer, because I wasn't a fan of the song, didn't understand why he'd do it, but now I know why he did it. And I realized that the machine of the great writer still has a memory of his past, and he wanted to remember it with that song. So,
can you provide some insights into what you're currently working on and share any details that our listeners might find intriguing?
I am working on a cover of Eddie Money, 2 Tickets to Paradise. And it might seem weird how this is working, but if you go to the lyrics, it's very tropical. He did it as a rocker, of course, and I've kind of put a very Caribbean twist on it. The reason I'm doing it is because Jimmy taught me something that day. And what happened to me years ago is one of the first gigs I booked was Eddie Money on a whim. He was out with Cyndi Lauper. She got mono. The gear was out there. He was out there. He was desperate. And Take Me Home Tonight was number 22 in the country. And my partner and I, Kevin, said, "Hey, you're a songwriter. What do you think of the song?" I said, "I think it's a hit." We bought him, I think, for, God, I was 24 years old. I think we put $2,500 a piece into it. And Eddie Money showed up at a roller rink that we booked him. They ran out of beer, and we both made about $5,000. And Eddie was pissed because he was getting about 20, 30 grand, because number 2 in the country was Take Me Home Tonight. And as Jimmy taught me that he did Hey Good Looking for Tennessee Williams, I'm doing 2 Tickets to Paradise for the now deceased Eddie Money, because it was my inspiration with my music career that we had a chance to have him. And of course, Jimmy was reflecting on the fact he got to play for Tennessee Williams. So,
as you know, here on Buffett on the Radio, we feature songs about Jimmy as well as songs inspired by him. While such songs as I Stole Jimmy Buffett's TV Guide and your cover of Boat Drinks comes to mind, are there any other songs in your catalog that are inspired by Jimmy Buffett? If so, can you share some titles and briefly discuss the creative process behind them?
Well, I will tell you that Hideaway, which I recorded years ago with Fingers, if you went through the verses, what happened was Greg had left Buffett and wanted to fall in love with a woman in Michigan, wanted to have babies. He kind of did everything backwards. He decided to be a rock star for 30 years and then be a family man, after. I don't know if he would have been a family man anyways and then gone to rock star, but that was the calling he had. He was tired of the road, and he had called me, and we'd met in Key West, and he said, why don't we start doing stuff together? And we recorded about 4 albums and played together for at least 4 years. And Hideaway is actually a song I wrote for him singing to Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
I knew a pirate that lived upon the sea. He didn't know about you and me. He didn't know about love. He wanted treasures, adventures, another chorus. You have to go through the whole lyrics, but it was Fingers singing to Jimmy and telling him why he moved on.
Well,
I no longer need to travel the sea. Come on over, honey, give a hug to me.
I knew a pirate who sang about the sea. He didn't know about you and me. He didn't know about love. He wanted treasures, adventures, always a brand new home. I didn't take that course. I was looking for love. And I no longer need to travel around the world. Not since I met you, girl. I wanna take you to my hideaway. I wanna take you to my bungalow. I wanna show you everything I know about love. I wanna take you to my Spanish Isles, where my castles they stand so tall. That's where I'll show you all about love. I've been so many places I can't remember. Only the faces that were tender, talking me about love. So let's sail on home, turn the lights down low, and anchor our lives together with our hearts. I no longer need to sail the seven seas. Out over here, honey, and give a hug to me. I wanna take you to my hideaway. I wanna take you to my bungalow. I wanna show you everything I know about love. I wanna take you to my Spanish Isles, where my castles they stand so tall. That's where I'll show you all about love. I know about love. Know about love. I know about love. Know about love. Know about love. I know about love. I know about love. I know about love. I no longer need to sail the seven seas. So come on over here, honey, and give a hug to me. I wanna take you to my hideaway. I wanna take you to my bungalow. I wanna show you everything I know about love. I wanna take you to my Spanish Isles, where my castles they stand so tall. That's where I'll show you all. Go about love. Let's roll into the sunset. Tell me again about the first time we met. How you almost never left. I'll show you about love. 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 I'll
We just heard Hideaway, a track that made its debut on the 2002 release Traveling Music by Don Middlebrook and Living Soul, featuring Greg Fingers Taylor. Now let's resume our interview. In what ways has Jimmy's passing impacted you?
I tell you, some of these songs are a little difficult for me to do because I was right in the crust of it all, and now it's to see these legends go, and it's difficult. Even people have asked for TV Guide, and I'm like, I have the TV Guide still. I don't know what to do with it. You know, it's like my goal was one day to give it back to Jimmy, to meet him and go, because I played with Roger Bartlett, I warmed up Mac, I played with Fingers, I played and recorded with Doyle. I knew all the guys in the band. T.J. Mitchell, I used to play with down at Key West. He played with me at the Conch. And it was one day I was going to return the TV Guide because Fingers had always told me that Bubba, they always called him Bubba wanted his TV Guide back. And, of course, now I don't have the opportunity to. I thought about giving it to Lucy down at Lulu's, but I just haven't wrestled with it yet. I think I'm with a lot of the Parrot Heads right now. We're still in a long memorial shock as to what's going on.
I can't deny it, I can't lie. I stole Jimmy Buffett's TV Guide. I prayed to prison, I don't know. Hope he don't miss his favorite TV show. The song's my way to apologize. I stole Jimmy Buffett's TV Guide. It was a 7-day gig down in Key West. We were playing Sloppy Joe's, the band needed a rest. I thought I'd chill out with a moped ride. I asked the clerk, do you know where Buffett resides? She said, I do, matter of fact. She put a pen right to a map. I thought I would cry. I can't deny it, I can't lie. I stole Jimmy Buffett's TV Guide. Prayed to prison, I don't know. Hope he don't miss his favorite TV show. The song's my way to apologize. I stole Jimmy Buffett's TV Guide. Now it wasn't like I was trying to stalk. I was inconspicuous as a hawk. Just I couldn't figure out which one was his driveway. Just when I was about to pull away, on the ground there was this little book. I picked it up for a closer look. When I read the address label, yeah, I knew it looked good on my coffee table. Now, I can't deny it, I can't lie. I stole Jimmy Buffett's TV Guide. I prayed to prison, I don't know. Hope he don't miss his favorite TV show. The song's my way to apologize. I stole Jimmy Buffett's TV Guide. Now it's not like a crime, like I took it from his mailbox, and I didn't try to sell it like it was hot. It was more like lost and found or hide and seek. Tell Jimmy get over it, he'll get another one next week. I can't deny it, I can't lie. I stole Jimmy Buffett's TV Guide. I prayed to prison, I don't know. Hope he don't miss his favorite TV show. The song's my way to apologize. I stole Jimmy Buffett's TV Guide. Jimmy, you tell him I have learned my little lesson. I paid the ultimate price for my confession. He'll be glad to know I have learned what life's about. You see, just last week my cleaning lady, she accidentally threw it out. I can't deny it, I can't lie. I stole Jimmy Buffett Buffett's TV died. Afraid of prison, I don't know. Hope he don't miss his favorite TV show. The song's my way to apologize. I stole Jimmy Buffett's TV guide. Oh, yes, I did. Now it's in Key West. Or maybe it's in Puddin' Bay. Maybe it's anywhere I go. You never know.
That concludes this week's episode. Join us next week for the continuation of my interview with Don Middlebrook. A big thank you to Don for sharing his time and insights into his profound connection with Jimmy Buffett. Until then, stay tuned and stay inspired. Got a favorite Jimmy Buffett-inspired song? Share it on Facebook. You can find us at Buffett on the Radio. Until next time, be good to each other, and remember to always Buffett up.
When life is dull and your luster fades, it's not too late to improve your ways and put some mileage in your life. To the coast of Marseille, changing latitude, Margaritaville to change your attitude, Bama Brie, and a cheeseburger in paradise. Buffett up, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Take a trip around the sun till the coast is clear. Put your flip-flops on and a Buffett song. Join the Pirates for a sing-along. Get your fins up and Buffett up. You might be a pirate, looks at 40. So book a lovely cruise and start the party. The Banana Republic will be serving boat drinks. Come Monday you'll be stranded on a sandbar, Havana daydreaming at a tiki bar, catching island fever, not caring what the boss thinks. Buffett up, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Take a trip around the sun till the coast is clear. Put your flip-flops on and a Buffett song. Join the Pirates for a sing-along. Get your fins up and Buffett up. Ate the last mango in Paris while sipping wine. Send a message on a coconut telegraph, I'm doing fine. Buffett up, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Take a trip around the sun till the coast is clear. Put your flip-flops on and a Buffett song. Join the Pirates for a sing-along. Get your fins up and Buffett up. Buffett up.
A1 A1A.Productions videos and broadcasts are for educational and entertainment purposes only. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in the favor of fair use.